Hi everyone, I am LVD Azarcon and today I'd like to discuss to you the changes in Philippine culture during the American period. So according to Heraclitus, change is the only permanent thing in this world. What is culture? It is a complex whole which includes knowledge, beliefs, art, moral, laws, customs, and any other capabilities and habits acquired by man as a member of a society. So, even before the pre-colonial period, Filipinos already had their own culture. So, because of the influences and practices of colonizers, we adopt their culture and we have it even up to this day. So Filipinos are already westernized. In the Philippines, many Filipino like the Western culture, especially the pop music, Hollywood movies, TV or internet series, and follow Western trends. So we Filipinos, as part of our culture, instead of pointing or lifting our finger or arms, we commonly use our lips to point an object or to another person or even the direction. So we tend to do the nguso and it shouldn't be taken as an invitation for a kiss. So celebrating festivals, fiestas, and holidays is part of our culture. So the Filipino culture has varied influences from our previous colonizations, deriving mainly from the culture of Spain and America. So I hope we respect the culture of other people, and it is normal to be in a culture shock, and we only need to conform to the society. So government democracy was the greatest legacy the American gave us. So government has three branches: the executive, legislative, and judiciary. So the executive power is exercised by the government under the leadership of the president. So legislative power is vested in both the government and the two-chamber Congress. So the Senate, which is the upper chamber, and the House of Representatives, which is the lower chamber. So judicial power is vested in the courts, with the Supreme Court in the Philippines as the highest judicial body. So education schools were built all over the country, and making English as the medium of instruction, and the first American teacher were the soldiers. So when American soldiers are having their free time, they tend to set aside their rifles and taught children the English word. So in 1901, the first batch of professional teachers came from the United States on board the U.S. Army ship Thomas, and these first teachers were called Thomasites. So no wonder when we heard our lolas speaking English, is it because during their time, Americans taught Filipino English language. So the University of the Philippines, Philippine Normal College, and other agricultural schools were established. Religion Protestantism was introduced, and in 1918, more or less than 300,000 Filipinos became Protestants, and the church and the state was separated, and transportation and communication was improved. So when the U.S. took over the Philippines, and people began to join whatever religion they wanted. So because of this newfound religious freedom, it began to have many different churches besides Catholicism. So it is evident nowadays to see how many different Christian churches here in the Philippines. So Spaniards brought Catholicism in the Philippines, while the Americans taught or introduced us as the Christianity. So Americans built roads, streets, bridges for efficient movement and products and services. So we have Burnham Park, and then Cannon Road and Camp John Hay. And Philippine economy was also improved due to the increase of agricultural production and development of new industries. The Filipino attitude was gradually changed, and we learned to be frank, humorous, believed in rights and freedom, and love for sports. Pagmamano was replaced by kissing the cheeks of parents and elders as a sign of respect, because before, children were taught to um, bless the hands of the elders as a sign of respect. So the English language was well taught all over the country, and some English words became part of our vocabulary, and Filipinos adopted American names like Charlie, Anna, Francis, and Cherry. So English became the global language and international language of business. So speaking English fluently shouldn't be the basis of human intelligence, because there are some people who are comfortable on delivering words on what language they prefer. So let's cut down that kind of mindset. Remember that language can be learned. So I think that's the end of my report. So thank you for watching and have a nice day. This has been LVD Azarcon.